When I started being a photographer, there were photographers that we were inspired by. And there was somebody else that really caught my attention when I looked at his work at the time. It was William Klein. And I was inspired by him. I was inspired by the chaos that you could find in his photographs. So I decided that maybe it was a good moment to go and meet him and find out from him what made him do these pictures and who gave him the freedom to really express himself in the way he wanted to.
What's interesting for me is that he was the lover of Ingrid Bergman.
Amazing, no?
Isn't
Yeah,
that
not
amazing?
everybody knew. Exactly, William. I'm happy.
Why is he happy?
For meeting you.
I was a kind of a star photographer for Vogue.
So I love your exhibition. It's beautifully done. I love the reflection of the pictures on the table.
You were in Berlin when?
Yeah,
Just
because
now.
I had a show near you at the Newton Foundation.
Fashion came into my life by accident. Lieberman had seen an exhibition that I had, and he said, I like what you're doing. Why don't you come and talk to me in Vogue, and we'll see what we can do together. I didn't start making fashion photographs for Vogue. I was financed by Vogue to do this book on New York. As far as fashion was concerned, Lieberman said to me at one point, we're financing these wonderful photographs that you're taking in the street, but we're a fashion magazine, so why don't you try your hand at fashion? I had no idea how to start. I started to look at the fashion magazines and what was being done. I discovered Penn and Avedon, and for me, these were the ideal photographers. For me, it was the golden era.
And what was the first story you did for Vogue?
They asked me to do a photograph stretch stockings. And I got a letter from Avedon, and he said, we are the two best American photographers. And I thought that was incredible.
Did you work with the same model a lot?
When I started to work in fashion, I realized there were some girls who were interesting, and I worked with the same ones. But did you know Barbara Mullen?
Yeah, but I never met her, but I know exactly who she is. Yeah.
What, you never photographed her?
No.
No, before your time?
Yeah.
Yeah. I discovered working with a telephoto lens was something that I dug. Went out in the streets with these girls and told them to cross the street and mix in with traffic and people. And that was the first real big assignment that I gave myself. Mirrors. And I thought if I had mirrors, I would have the shoot the girls on the mirrors, shoot from the back, and I would have a composite photograph.
You painted these directly on the photograph?
Well, not directly. You have to put plastic sheets.
They're really good, these ones. They really became your handwriting, no? Nobody else did it. When did you start doing your films?
Right away.
Because I see you have a lot that I didn't know.
Maybe 20 films.
20 films?
Yeah.
That's a lot, no?
It's a lot. And so the idea of having the cities as the subject of the book was something that came naturally. It became a specialty of mine to do books on cities, and so I did about 7 cities. If I went to Moscow, it was because I wanted to see how people in the socialist country was living, and I hoped that the photographs that I took would make sense to people, to Russians, to everybody. But I mean, looking back, I would say the first book I did, which was New York, is my favorite city. I wasn't really a good photographer. I mean, I didn't know much about photography. I mean, I never sold a photograph that wasn't fashion in the beginning. But I thought it was incredible to get paid for doing these things.
To do something you like, yeah.